everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. This is an announcement and a video that I never wanted to make, but it had to happen at some point. It is December 16th, and on October 28th, Sadie went to heaven. About 2 months before she passed, she was very sick and she just kept getting more and more sick, and after doing a lot of tests at the vet, many vet visits, there wasn't anything they could do for her, so it was kind of like a waiting game, and it was pretty awful the weeks and even days leading up to her death, watching her get worse and worse, not really knowing what to do or if it was or when was the right time to take her to be put to sleep. It was just a very rough time of uncertainty. I'd never gone through that before with an animal, with a pet, and it was very difficult. It was very hard emotionally, especially doing it alone. The past few months have been hard without her. It's been a hard adjustment, getting used to living without her. In 11 years, I haven't gone more than 2 weeks without her. So this has been a huge adjustment to get used to. I kind of took a break from putting content out, and I felt like I really wanted to make this video. I felt like I owed it to her to honor her and just kind of compile together the story of her life from beginning to end. And I kind of went back through all photos and videos I had of her and kind of picked my favorite memories with her, especially in the van. I'm so grateful that I have so many videos and photos from our time together in the van. In 2011 is when Sadie and I met for the first time. She was just a little black puffball, and it was love at first sight. She was found under a house by some friends of a friend, and I came over. I wasn't even looking to adopt a cat. I already had a cat, but she was just the cutest, sweetest little thing, and she just like immediately crawled up and fell asleep on my shoulder, and that's when I knew she was mine. We belonged to each other. So even though I was a broke college kid, I adopted this little cutie poop, and the rest is history. She was just the funniest cat, the funniest animal. She was always making me laugh just by being herself, just doing the funniest things. She's super chill, pretty unfazed by most things. Such a sweet girl. And 2019 is when we hit the road. So she was 8 years old when we transitioned her into the van. She did such a good job. It was hard for her at first, but she did so good with it.
Hello, dancing.
Hey, baby. Sadie is worn out from her fun-filled day.
What?
She's worn out.
Sadie's on a leash with her mother. Come on, Sadie. Go get some adventure. She's a jungle cat. She's scared.
Yeah.
Sadie, it's alright.
Every time we go outside, she's scared.
Sadie, it's okay. Oh my gosh, she's shaking. It's alright, baby.
We gotta get some exercise, baby.
There's so much unknown for her. So many new things. Sadie. She's a van cat. Good morning. What you guys doing there? Girls? Oh, look at that intimate love. Wake up. It's a new day. It's a cold new world.
They're scared. Look at her shaking. Baby. What is it, Sadie? Are you trying to tell me something? What is it? What? You're starving? Really? You want it? You want this food? Really? Alright. Oh my goodness, is it time to eat? Oh!
3, 2, 1.
He's like, what's going on?
It's a great day happening.
Sadie, it's okay.
2021.
2020 is over. We've always had a strong connection, a strong bond, but I feel like over the years that bond had grown deeper and deeper, and especially when we moved into the van, that kind of changed everything. And then especially again after it was just me and her in the van for 2 years straight, it kind of felt like the perfect finale for her life. Getting to explore the country, not just through my eyes but also through hers, and getting to watch her explore new places and see her excitement of being outside. And having her with me on that journey just made it so much more special. She was just always with me. She just added that extra something to the adventures. Like, she was like someone to kind of share it with. And I will definitely miss our cuddles. She was just so full of love, and I've never seen a more affectionate cat in my life. She was so sweet, but definitely sassy, and she was very demanding with her food. Anytime it was time to eat, she let me know every single time. There was no hesitation. There wasn't a single mealtime that went by without her screaming at me in excitement for eating. She amazed me with her bravery. When we first moved into the van, she was so scared. She was afraid to be outside, just moving around to new places constantly. She wasn't used to that, and it was a huge adjustment for her. But just after just a few months, she started getting more used to it and feeling more secure and trusting. I feel like it grew our trust together because she had to rely on me more to feel safe, and no matter where we went or what we were doing, what was going on, I was always going to be there to keep her safe. But there's video proof of her overcoming those obstacles and those fears from the beginning, from when she was scared to all the way towards the end when she started. I started getting more comfortable with her off leash even when we were outside, because I knew that I started to see that she was always going to come back to the van. She might go out explore a little bit, but she will always come back to the van. I had a lot of trust in her that she was always going to come back, and she had trust in me that I was the safe place for her to come back to. And then 2021 is when we started traveling, just me and Sadie together. And that was like a whole new experience.
That's disgusting, huh? Do you want some of this?
Sadie
No,
does.
Sadie. No, Sadie.
You get off that table, girl. What do you think you're doing on a table?
You want some of this before I start stroking
No,
on
it's
it?
okay. I just ate some soup.
Just so much alone time with just me and her, so much bonding.
You got that? Come to me.
It was a beautiful time together.
Go outside. Let's go outside.
You're such a fragile thing, I know.
What you doing,
With
Sadie?
the winter comes the ice, the snow. But I'm
That's slamming on those
it
rocks.
all. You know, my love, don't worry about.
You see the deer, Sadie? What do you think about those baby deer? Isn't it cute? All the mom and baby together. We shaved Sadie a little bit while she was eating because we're gonna be going down to Arizona where it's hot.
When I say I'm not afraid, but I'm trying to shelter you from pain. And oh my love, the seasons come and they go, but I hope you know that I won't.
The rocks are probably too hot for your little paws, aren't they?
Baby.
What do you think? What is this? Oh, Sadie! I'm sorry, baby. Oh. Sadie spent the night in her loft. I guess she wanted some alone time. Good morning. Good morning, baby. She's like, who are you talking to, Mom? I don't see anybody. Oh. Sweet girl. Little mountain lion. And here she comes back with the stickers all over. Yep. I'm gonna have to peel them all off again. Gosh, she looks so pretty with the sun. The way the sun's shining on her. Maybe it's too far. It's too far. You've never seen a cattle guard, have you? I'm sure you wouldn't have trouble getting across it. Go back, baby. Go back. Good girl. Good kitty. Oh, there she goes. Cattle guard is no match for a Sadie cat. Get back here, rascal. Get back here. Come on. Good girl. Hey, baby. Hey. Hey, girl. Want cucumber? You want this cucumber? So last night was one of those nights Sadie threw up all over the bed, and I woke up to the sound of her vomiting.
So that's why the bedding is all over the place until we find a laundromat. So the bed is stripped. We got bedding. It happens. I'd say probably once a month she throws up all over the bed. Bye, baby. I'll be back. Love you. I'll be back. It's hard to leave her sometimes, especially if she's not feeling very well, but she does this every once in a while. Usually she gets better on her own. She just has a sensitive stomach. She always has. Sadie's feeling better. At least it seems like she is. You never really know, but you can tell when they're not feeling good because they act different. But she seems to be back to normal. Sadie hasn't been feeling well. Last night she threw up all over the bed, and this morning she threw up as well. And she's also been drinking a lot of water, which she normally doesn't do. She's just been acting very different and acting really sick all day, like moving slow, acting really tired. You can just tell she doesn't feel good. And then the most abnormal thing happened tonight when I know something's wrong, because normally she's screaming at me to feed her 2 hours before it's even time to feed her. And tonight I opened her can of food and she didn't even get up. She didn't show any excitement. And I put a little food in her dish. I even put it next to her and she just looked at it. And that, I don't know if that's ever happened. It might have happened once in her 11 years. I wanted to wait till I get to Denver, but I guess I'll maybe try to find a vet tomorrow. I'm in Billings, Montana. I'm on the way to Denver from Idaho, and I'm just gonna hang out in Billings for a little bit. But I mean, if she's not eating, then I guess I probably need to take her to a vet to see what's wrong. So I'm gonna try to find a vet tomorrow, and hopefully it's nothing major. Maybe we can just get some medication or something and get her back to normal. I hate seeing her like this. I don't know how she feels exactly, but I assume she's in pain or something, and I hate that. She's just kind of laying around.
Close all the curtain. Stay on the phone. We are the monsters holding you still. We are the gallows up on the hill. We'll be together when the rebel
I feel like her little life ended too soon, but I'm glad her suffering is over. She just started vomiting more and more frequently, and then it got to the point where she didn't want to eat anymore. And then in the final days, it just kind of happened quickly. So we got back to Colorado, and I was at least in one place where we weren't moving around a lot. So she was in the van, she was feeling safe and secure in the van, and I was always, of course, always there to check on her and take care of her.
we are the monster, an army of one. We are the monster, a hole in the sun.
Hi. Love it. Hi. Oh, my sweetest.
Like the last 24 hours, she just stopped eating altogether, and then I even got some tuna fish and milk for her, and she ate just a little bit of tuna, and then she laid back down. Her energy was so low, she was losing energy so quickly, and then I just stayed with her. Like, I knew that things were not looking good from there, and I stayed up with her all night just to monitor her and see if there was any improvement, or because she was kind of back and forth. Like, she would maybe go a day without eating, and then the next day she would get her appetite back and she would eat again and be fine. So this was kind of going on back and forth. So I didn't know if this time was the last time, or if she was going to bounce back. So I was just monitoring her and laying with her, trying to keep her comfortable. And the last thing I brought her a little milk, because that's her favorite thing. She'd always go crazy for milk more than anything, and she sat up just a little bit, took a few sips of it, and then laid back down. And so from there, it seemed like she kept getting worse, and at that point I still hadn't made a decision if I should take her to the vet or not. I knew that she would be more comfortable in the van. I was kind of hoping she would just pass peacefully in her sleep. She would just stop breathing and just go peacefully, and I wouldn't have to take her anywhere. But I just stayed up with her, and it seemed like as long as she didn't seem like she was in a lot of pain, then I was just going to just stay with her and see how things went. And I just cuddled her, I held her, I told her how much I love her, and thank you for letting me be your mommy. I just told her what a good girl she was. She's such a good girl. The best cat, the best travel companion, the best friend and buddy I could ask for. I just told her all the things that I've always told her whole life, but I just wanted to make sure she heard it. And I felt like that was the time. So we just had a very sweet last night together, me holding her in her arms, but it was clear that she was getting worse and worse as the hours passed. In the early morning, she finally started showing signs of difficulty. She couldn't get up. She kept trying to stand up, but she couldn't. She was too weak. She kept falling down. And then she started moaning like she was in pain or suffering. Like she just go kind of a whining, moaning sound that let me know that was my sign to take her to the vet. She let me know that it was getting too much. It was too hard. And I said, okay, baby, I'm gonna take you to get help. It was such a hard decision, but I called around to see if there were any openings, and thankfully there was something within an hour of when I called. So I took her around 8:30 in the morning. First they sedated her so that she wouldn't be in any pain, but she would still be breathing. I don't know if she was conscious or not. It was kind of hard to tell. She seemed pretty out of it, like she was on the way out, but she was still breathing. They let me have some time with her, and it was so hard to be there alone, just knowing that that's the last moment that you're gonna be together. I have no choice but to say goodbye forever. So yeah, it was very sad and very hard. I think it would have been easier if I had someone there with me, but it was a very inconvenient time for anyone else to be there. You know, people have to work and stuff, but anyways, that's part of being an adult, having to do hard things by yourself sometimes. So I did that. Just sat with her, looking in her eyes, kissing her face over and over, petting her, rubbing her ears, just telling her that it's almost over, that it's okay, it's almost over. And then I felt like I had enough time to where it's like there's not much you can do from there. So the vet came in and he just injected her, and she went peacefully. And then I still sat in there for probably, it felt like 20 minutes maybe, sitting with her, kind of like taking in the after, like the before and after. This was the after time, after she after she's leaving her body and everything. I don't, wherever she goes, I don't know, but I felt like that was a kind of a transitional time to still be there and be present and sit for some period of time. So I did that until it felt like I was at peace enough to be able to go. Then I went, and Nuri was the first person I thought of to call. After I just, no hesitation, I just went back to the van and I called him. Or actually I texted him. I just said Sadie went to heaven, and then he called me. And that's the first time we talked in, I think, 2 years. He was there for a lot of her life, probably half of her life, honestly. And he was there through a lot of our moments together. So I knew he understood how much she meant to me and probably what I was going through. So it was really nice to talk to him. about everything I've been going through. I'm grateful we were able to talk a little bit. My boss got me some flowers and a sweet card. She's super awesome and always so supportive when I'm going through a rough time. So I really appreciate that support from her. And of course, the outpouring of support online. When I made the announcement on Instagram, I was flooded with messages of support and love, and I'm so grateful for that, to feel that support and community all around me in that really difficult time. You know, it's been almost 2 months, and there's been time to process and time to grieve all the way. You know, it's gotten easier as time has gone on. It was super hard. The first couple of weeks were just really brutal, really rough. Just every single time I opened the van door, she was always there to greet me. Always there. Every time I got food and brought it in the van, she was always there trying to steal it. And just getting used to that not happening anymore. Getting used to coming back to an empty van. Getting used to waking up without her cuddling me or just being there. It was a rough transition. You know, it's gotten easier. I've gotten more used to her not being there. And Nuri made this beautiful portrait of Sadie for me. It's so sweet and captures her essence. Otherwise, I've been doing pretty good. I'm working and feel like there's a lot that I want to share with you. A lot of updates that I want to update you with. Well, I'm staying in a hotel room right now. I am still dog sitting. I will be dog sitting for like 2 weeks straight over the holidays. I'm working at a hotel in Boulder. My boss is really cool. I love her. She very cool with me staying in a hotel room for an extended period of time, at least until it gets busy again. So right now we're in a very slow part of the year, very slow season, and she's totally happy with me being here in a room. And I'm very happy and grateful to be here as well. It's so nice to just, especially in the cold times, it's not easy being in the van. Even though I have a heater in the van. It gets in the 70s with that heater, but even then, I don't want to open the windows. I don't want to open the door because it's super cold outside, and I just feel super cooped up in there. So it's nice to have a room where I can just kind of bring all my stuff in and spread out and just be super comfortable. Like, I feel so lucky for this opportunity. I'm so lucky to have found this job. I'm so lucky that my boss is cool and wants me to stay in a room and be comfortable. Like, it couldn't have worked out any better, honestly. I've been able to hang out with some friends and meet new people, explore the beautiful outdoors. Rocky Mountain National Park is amazing this time of year. It's like walking through a snow globe. It's so beautiful and magical. I actually filmed a lot back in November when I first went. I'm gonna make a video for you guys of my experience there. That's coming soon. I have some other things in store for you, possibly. I was thinking about doing a Q&A video of frequently asked questions. Some like topics like, am I gonna sell the van? Or am I dating anyone? What are my relationship goals? Or I don't know, other things about my life. What am I up to right now? If that's something you'd like to see, maybe throw some of your questions in the comments. Let me know what you would like to find out about what's going on with me. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too sad, but you know, that's part of my life, and that's a huge thing that I've been dealing with right now. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I am trying to grow my channel. I would love to grow with all of you and grow this community. That's what I really love to do, and I really enjoy sharing my life with you. I enjoy sharing what's going on with me and being able to be open and being human and showing you the perspective of this one human being going through this life. Yeah, I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the kind comments. I love you. Thank you. Bye.